today is day 16. We are on our second half of this challenge, aiming for 4,000 steps today and for the rest of the week, and then 4,500, and then by day 30 should be at 5,000. So there's a nice little stream down here, kind of trying to find some different environments, switch things up. I'm somebody who thrives on variety, and I'm always interested in finding varied and different environments to film in, to walk in, just to exist in. I'm always wanting to do something new, something interesting. I'm not sure I'm gonna go back to this path because it's a little bit to get to it, and we've got busy road just out here, but it was worth a shot. I see people walk along it all the time. I thought, hey, we'll give it a try, see what it's all about. Now we got a sign ahead that says trail closed, so we'll go ahead and turn ourselves back around, head back to the car, see where we're at on our steps. So yeah, there's not really that much path anyway, and most of it's by a busy road or apartment complexes, just not things that super excite me. I am out here getting my steps in. I found this cool kind of off the path. A little muddy, a little slippery, kind of slipped down it. Well, so that went about as poorly as it could have gone. Things took a little bit to get out of that mud. I think we're about halfway done with our daily steps. Definitely gained a lot of strength and energy over the last few weeks, which is fantastic. So I hit 2,500 steps and heading back, so we should be around that 5,000 mark by the time I get back to my car. Now that I'm on the back half of the challenge, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling like hitting that 5,000 steps a day might come even a lot faster. Like I hit it yesterday without meaning to. Today it looks like I'm gonna easily hit it. So we might have crossed a threshold. So we'll see. I don't know for sure, but I'm much more optimistic about it than I was even on day 15. We hit 4,449 steps, which means by the end of the day, with just all my normal steps, we will probably be at around that 5,000 mark, which is fantastic. We've exceeded our 4,000 goal and just pushing in towards that 5,000 ultimate goal really early on, which is fantastic. Quite sore from yesterday, kind of taking that fall, continuing on. We'll see kind of like how many steps we do. This right now, the part of the path I'm on is quite peaceful, quite secluded. Trail, basically it ends at a school, and so we are heading back. Didn't realize that all this was out here, so I didn't bring the tripod. I just thought, hey, I don't even know if I'll use like the proper camera. Kind of a cool little discovery, probably a place that I will put into my rotation because it is so peaceful. Not a lot of people walking it. So now we're back on kind of a little bit more of a populated part of the trail. There's houses over there. There's the river off to my left. I haven't encountered too many people on the trail. I like finding paths that aren't swamped with people. We've got this really neat little garden here. We've got on this side, we've also got a bunch of cool little statues. Love this little owl. And we got some fun little pink flamingos. Yeah, it's very peaceful out here, very nice. We're passing through this fun little tunnel, which means I'm almost back to the park, so we'll check my steps. We'll go ahead and do some walking around the park, see what else we got going on. I'm coming up to the bridge that I often hit from the completely other side. Not sure why, but it feels like today I'm getting to the steps so much slower. Like I've just hit around 3,000, and I feel like I've been walking for a very long time, and I feel like it should be more. Kind of hitting another one of those days where it's a little bit more of a wall. Yesterday was very, very optimistic, very, very positive. And today I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. I'm just taking a second to take a seat, kind of rest for a minute, because the ankle's starting to burn and I've got a good ways to go. So we're just gonna kind of like rest for a minute and then continue. So we are walking still back around the lake. Almost made it all the way around the lake. The little rest did help, kind of gave me a little bit of a boost to push on. And we are back to the beginning of kind of where the lake's at. See the lake's over there. I'll be heading that way. So there's still a good number of steps to go. Thankfully, most of it is all downhill. If you guys are enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. And we are back to the bridge. So the car is in sight. So we hit 4,443 steps, but that puts us in a pretty good place. I feel pretty good about that. Probably by the rest of the day, we'll probably hit 5,000, but my real goal is 4,000 right now. But if I can push it to 5,000 and get there consistently, that's exciting. So that wall that I was talking about a little bit yesterday that I felt like I was, hitting up against, today I hit it. Today, like, I really hit it. I really struggled to get up. I did wake up early, but I ended up going back to bed and woke up at 9 and had a very, very slow morning. I have not yet been on my walk. It's almost 11 o'clock. Going from my average of 400 steps a day to now, getting 4,000, 5,000 a day in a very, very short amount of time. It's tiring. Like, my body isn't used to this. It's an adjustment period. Crossed over my first 1,000 steps. Honestly, it feels a lot like how I felt hitting like that 4,000 steps the other day. All right, we're heading back towards the home stretch. Honestly, I think I probably should have just taken the whole day off, but want to keep with the challenge as much as possible. All right, so I am back after my walk. I got about 2,000 steps, so about half of what I was aiming for. It is evening, and I decided to get a few more steps in. So I'm over 3,800 steps now, so I should, by the time I get back to my apartment, I'll have hit that 4,000. Really something about having a goal that motivates you beyond what you might normally just do just if you had to. Because, if I hadn't set my goal, if I didn't have my step counter, if I didn't have this video that I'm making, I probably would not have decided to go out and get these extra steps this evening. And we just crossed over our 4,000 steps, which is awesome. My ankles, my tendons, all that, my legs, they're feeling fine. So I don't know if just breaking it up into 2 was definitely probably the right choice. I don't know why it was hurting so much earlier, but it's good that it's feeling good now. I did get nearly 5,000 steps just filming the wedding, going around the venue, so still on track for that. Paths that have been closed for a while are finally open. We finally had enough days of sun that things have mostly dried out. So these paths are open again, and so I'm able to do this hike. And honestly, I feel much stronger, feeling much more energy, even though I did almost 5,000 steps yesterday. So yeah, so I'm feeling really good, feeling very positive about where things are going. So I'm almost back to the beginning of the path. Yeah, things have been going well. I've been feeling good. It's exciting to see that measurable progress because, I had those couple of days where I was feeling like I was really hitting a wall. It seems like that happens every time I level up. There's like a couple days where it feels great, and there's a couple days of really big struggle, and then I kind of plateau at that new level and then stay there for a couple days and then move upwards, which is an exciting trajectory. Back on the trail to get my 4,000 steps for the day. So I had a little bit of trouble getting up this morning. I was just not feeling it. I was feeling exhausted. I've gotten part of the walk done. I've gotten about 1,000 steps in, so about 3,000, 3,500 to go. So I made it most of the way that I'm gonna go on this path, gonna turn back around, go the rest of the way back, see where I'm at on my steps. If I need to do a little bit more walking, we'll do that. Then we will head back to the car and call it a day. As always, it's really good when I actually do push through the kind of the mental block that I have of getting up, getting out, getting in nature. It's an investment in my health. It's an investment at the moment in content creation, working on the stuff that I love. Despite car challenges, despite mental blocks, physical blocks, schedule challenges, we have made it this far, and I think we can make it through our last week. All right, so I hit my step goal for the day, and I've still got, a little ways to walk back to the car, but we hit the step goal, so I don't have to stress about that. And probably by the time I get back to the car, we'll be like 4,500-ish steps. So today I'll probably hit, around 5,000 steps, which is fantastic, and do it again tomorrow. So today's literally going to be raining all day, so I'm not going to be doing kind of the fancy filming. Yeah, basically I'm just going to walk around the neighborhood. So it's not raining really, like tiny sprinkles, so I'm just going to do the loop and see kind of where the steps are at and how the weather's doing, and I can always head back out later if I need to. So I'm about halfway done with the required daily steps, trying to get those steps in. I don't have any events until Sunday, so I can push myself a little bit, and if I feel a little bit sore tomorrow, I can modify. We're gonna have rain for the next few days, so I don't anticipate getting out onto the trails or anything like that. So I finished my first walk. I'm gonna take a second one later. All right, so I finished my second round of walking, almost got to 5,000 steps, so for sure I'll pass it today. Another day knocked out despite the iffy weather. Today was supposed to be really, really cloudy and stormy, but it's broken. It's actually turning out to be quite nice. Unfortunately, I've got so much to do that I don't have time to get out to a park today. I am once again out here getting my steps, just doing the neighborhood again. It's another iffy weather day, so not wanting to take all the time to like drive to the park or go on a long hike or things like that. So we'll just doing the old neighborhood loop again. Got the number of steps and just heading back to my apartment. Another day successful. All right, so we finally got some decent weather again. The last few days I've just been walking around my neighborhood, apartment complex, all that, and it really hasn't been that inspiring. I felt unmotivated to create content. Sun's come out, it is a nice day, and I'm very happy to be back walking. I am halfway to where I want to be with my steps. All right, we are going uphill. That's always a burn, going near a lawnmower. So just crossed 3,000 steps, so about 1,500 steps to go for the day. I'll do one final loop around the park at about a little over 4,000 steps. I'm gonna go ahead, rather than do a whole nother loop, head back. And if I need to walk a little bit around my apartment complex, not the end of the world, but good solid 4,000 steps here, and onward with the rest of the day. Today is day 27, which is crazy. Monday is the last day of this 30-day challenge. Last night, I did not sleep well. I was basically awake for several hours in the middle of the night and did not wake up early, did not wake up energized the way that I had hoped to. Yeah, today is definitely one of those days where if I was not doing this challenge, I probably would just say, forget it. We're starting to hit that nice warm May weather finally. It's in the high 70s. Not to jinx it or anything, but I do feel pretty good. So we're at about 1,500 steps right now. So 1/3 of the way done and still doing good. Note to self, remember to bring water next time. All right, and we've crossed beyond 2,000 steps. Hydrating with a little bit of OJ. I'll fill up my water bottle and then do my second loop to go ahead and knock out the rest of the steps. All right, so I am rehydrated and back out for the second half of the walk. So I was watching the video of the first half of this challenge last night, kind of getting ready for it to post. And it's crazy because, I was struggling with like 2,000 steps, 2,500 steps, and now less than 30 days later, I am, 4,500, 5,000 steps a day. That's crazy. All right, so we just finished our walk and got a little over 4,800 steps, which means we will either be just under or just over 5,000 steps for the day. It is day 28. So I did 2 laps around the lake, pond, whatever you want to call it, and then heading off on my other trail towards the little bridge. It is already roasting out here. It's only like 10 o'clock, so I'm definitely, I think as the summer goes on, the waking up early and getting out is going to be more and more important. I'm walking along a little bit of a different path I have not walked on before. Explored some new paths around here. Pretty nice. Now figuring out my way back up. We're at about 3,200 steps. All right, let's finish this up. So we finished our walk. It is day 29 and I just finished shooting a charity run. Got over 6,500 steps there. So it was great, a lot of steps. I'm really excited that tomorrow is day 30. I'm going to complete this challenge strong and I am excited. All right, it is day 30 of my 30-day challenge, getting my steps in, getting out every single day, rain or shine. I'm quite pleased that, you know, despite, especially early on in the challenge, there being some issues, you know, my car, Allie had a few health issues, things like that. I was still able to get all the steps in that I wanted to actually get in. Going forward, I do plan to try and continue to move every day, continue to walk, continue to exist outside. We're a little over 2,000 steps now. All right, I think today we are gonna do the kind of the tunnel path, and we are in the tunnel. The tunnel process. I really enjoy the feeling that I get of being, you know, more physically fit, more active. Just seeing the changes in, you know, my fitness levels. Even like going from the point where I was, you know, where it was like 2,000 steps was hard to now it's like, well, 5,000 steps is hard. In, you know, just a matter of a few weeks, it's like, okay, it's motivating. It's motivating to think about. I'm at about 3,800 steps right now, so we'll go a little bit further. The fun thing about exploring new paths is you just don't really know where it's gonna go, and it's kind of fun. We're under here, under a nice little underpass. We got a really cool little river behind us. Yeah, this is honestly a really nice path. All right, I am at 4,200 steps already. So we're gonna check this trail map and then probably head back. So yeah, so this was a very beautiful way to kind of end my 30 days of walking. So we will head back now to the park and get on with my day. All right, easily just crossed 5,000 steps. Still got a good way to walk actually. So I may really exceed that today, which is, you know, it's kind of a nice way to cap off the challenges. Be like, we didn't just make it to 5,000, we easily made it to 5,000, still feeling strong. We're getting fairly close to back to the bridge. We're passing through the fun little garden with all of the statues and gnomes and whatnot, so getting pretty darn close to that. So I'm back to the tunnel, and so I can basically just walk back through the park to my car, and then we're good. All right, I am pretty much really close back to the lake. I can see it from here. At the beginning of the challenge, I had 3 big goals. I had the goal of waking up consistently at around 7 o'clock. I had the goal of consistently take 5,000 steps a day. And I had the goal of getting outside for at least 30 minutes every single day. And of those goals, I've gotten the steps, I've put in the work, I've built up the strength, and I've gotten outside every single day for at least 30 minutes. Where I have fallen down a little bit is the consistency of getting up. Some days I've hit it really well, some days I have not. So that's probably the next challenge I'm going to start for myself. And I'm still going to continue to work to continue to build up steps slowly over time. Now it's going to kind of move into should become more of a lifestyle kind of thing of, this is just something I do, something I enjoy. I'm not going to be filming it every day. Now I probably still am going to bring my camera out here, out to the other parks and film videos, but it's not going to be the videos where I'm, you know, walking and talking about my steps. It's going to be different things. If you enjoyed this journey, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.